Reaching high into the sky, the skyscrapers of Germany are preparing to welcome the footballing world for the European Championships this summer. But in reality, these are the scenes that will greet tens of thousands of England fans when they descend on Frankfurt for the Euros. Streets here are so packed with dangerous drug addicts, nicknamed zombies by locals. US companies have banned their employees from walking in this area. Road sweepers are so panicked at tending the red light district immediately outside the host city's train station, they routinely receive police protection. Hotel guests in the city are advised to completely avoid the area. The wider Frankfurt conurbation has a population of 1 million, but half of all the crimes here are committed on just 3 streets. Wide-eyed addicts roaming aimlessly and huddling on streets, drug smokers dancing in the street, others unconscious in doorways, are typical scenes here. But locals say at night, when desperation creeps in, is when the area really turns nasty. Despite the mix of modern and contemporary beauty across much of Frankfurt, these are the roads 3 Lion fans will step onto first when they arrive for England's match with Denmark on June the 20th. That means city bosses have just 8 weeks to clean up the area.
At the Euros this summer, potentially there could be up to 300,000 fans coming from Britain. Obviously, there'll be a healthy section from Scotland, but there's going to be a lot of England fans. England's always well supported, particularly at Euros, and one of those destinations is Frankfurt, and there is a worry over some of the areas around the railway station. The police are concerned, and I totally get why some England fans, or many England fans, are a little bit worried over spending too much time around a notorious area. But I think England fans are they're pretty travel savvy. When you look at previous tournaments we've had, let's not forget, we may as well forget Qatar, because there were never going to be any safety worries there. But there are a few fears in Russia. There were worries in France, and there were problems in Marseille when England fans fought with locals and then were attacked by Russian supporters. And there were concerns about Brazil in 2014 and Ukraine and Poland in 2012 and going back to South Africa in 2010. So there has been similar issues, but I think England fans say that they're pretty sensible, believe it or not. They might not have the reputation. So I think when they go to Germany, when they go around the station area in Frankfurt, I think they'll just be aware of what's around the corner. I mean, I was last in Frankfurt for the Euro draw, which was 18 months ago, and I actually stayed in that area. And I'm actually staying around the railway station for 2 nights in Frankfurt as well. So it's a case of let's say being careful. There's still lots of bars and restaurants, and it is quite buzzy, but they've just got to be careful. And the one thing I would say for all England fans going to Germany is take some cash. It might sound stupid, but I reckon 50% of bars in Germany don't take cards. We get used to that in England. but certainly in Germany, in bars and taxis, they need to have plenty of euros. So that's probably something they'll keep in mind. German officials have been pretty honest about their fears over safety this summer in terms of the potential terrorist threat. So there's going to be a lot of work over these next few weeks to focus on that and how they can make things safe for the hundreds of thousands of fans who are going there. And there's the other situation we always have ahead of any major tournament, but particularly Euros, is just general crowd disorder. And unfortunately, I think there will be quite a lot this summer. I hope I'm wrong, but just looking at previous tournaments, Euro 2020, which was staged 3 years ago, was a bit different because of COVID. The grounds weren't full and there weren't many travelling fans. But this will be, the first major European championship since 2016, where there were a few problems. I mentioned earlier about England getting attacked by Russian fans and fighting with the locals in Marseille, but there were other problems elsewhere. I think the issues in Germany probably won't be England fans. I think if you're looking in Europe at the moment, there are so many problems, be it not just Greece and Turkey, but within Italy, and even Bayern Munich were banned from having fans at Arsenal this week due to the number of fireworks they've been letting off at previous European games. So I think England fans actually won't be the problem, touch wood, and neither will the Scottish supporters. Who'll just be going there and really having a good party. But I think when you're looking at some of the other countries be playing there, I think the police are going to have their work cut out, and there will be problems. England's first game is against Serbia in the city of Gelsenkirchen. I mean, most of their games are reasonably close together. Frankfurt's to the south of Gelsenkirchen. They're also going to play in Cologne. But that first game in Gelsenkirchen, it's actually sort of known as basically one of, if not Germany's most boring city. Gelsenkirchen is where Schalke play, so it is a great stadium. But I think England fans who are staying the night in Gelsenkirchen won't be having the wildest of parties, I don't think. I think some England fans already will be looking at their travel and they're staying in nearby Essen, or they'll just be going back to Cologne, or they'll be staying in Dusseldorf. So that's what some will be doing. And if England win their group, which we hope they will, they're actually going to be going back to Gelsenkirchen. So unfortunately, while there's some terrific cities in Germany, it's very unlikely they're going to be playing in Berlin until, of course, a final. And let's hope they go all the way. But those group games, I think Cologne is probably known as the most sort of fun, interesting sort of party city. So I'm sure England fans will enjoy their stay there.